Hello and welcome to this exclusive conversation on ETI Insights. And with me today is a very special guest, Manoj Agarwal, who is the co-founder at Xoxoday. Manoj, welcome to ETI Insights.
Thank you. Thanks for having me in the show, Jagjit.
All right. So, Manoj, artificial intelligence, it really is the order of the day today. But what do you think is that one human quality or a capability, if I were to put it that way, that really cannot be replaced?
Yeah, so artificial intelligence can accelerate the knowledge which we all have as humans. But something which is very innate for humans is the wisdom. So, by wisdom, I mean is something like knowledge in motion, where it is not just the aptitude which we have as humans, but it is also about the context, the experiences which we have day to day, the values, the culture, the issues which we face day to day, the emotions. So, all this put together creates that wisdom. And that is something which no AI tool today or in the future can have. So, I think that would be the key advantage for any human. And I would say that everyone in the business should use that wisdom for their advantage. Otherwise, AI will definitely take away the knowledge advantage of humans.
Interesting. Now, given that we've come to talk about AI as a commodity, because it's being actioned as a commodity today in this day and age, what is it that truly distinguishes great companies today? Is it technology? Is it culture, people? What is your assessment of that space?
So I would say it's a mix of everything. So AI definitely commoditizes a lot of things for every company. It's creating a level field for play. So earlier companies might had some advantage of say some aptitude, etc. But now AI is keeping it a little more democratic for everyone. But then it's the people, the culture, the leadership that will create the difference, and they will use the AI to their advantage.
Right.
So, for example, we all had similar programming languages, or maybe the computers or the laptops or the softwares. So every company had the access to all of them.
Yes.
But then some companies flourished, some companies did not. So that is because the people and the leadership in these teams, they actually use those softwares to their own advantage. Same is going to happen with AI. So people who use it to their advantage, and which is the leadership, that how do they bring the clarity and the decision making at the time of chaos. If they are able to do that right, then those companies will flourish during this era of AI.
Right. Interesting. You've been a business leader for a while now. What has human behavior taught you? I mean, what is it that truly drives productivity when it comes to employee productivity?
One is Xoxoday has been very fortunate to kind of look at human behavior at scale, because we process millions of reward, incentive, loyalty transactions, and all of these are related with some or the other human behavior. So what we have seen is that while people are motivated with money, but money is not the only driver for human. It is also about am I being appreciated? Am I being recognized? Am I being recognized at the right time? Is my manager giving me the respect and ownership in what I'm doing? What we have seen is that whether it is a customer or an employee or a channel partner or a sales guy, while money is the basic, it's the base layer, but over money it's all about respect, relationships, recognition, and those surprise elements which you bring on the table through incentives and loyalty and rewards, which differentiates how one company treats their employees or customers versus other companies. So those are some special behavioral elements which are important for people to be driven apart from money.
You've set a beautiful context here with that answer. Where does loyalty feature in this conversation now?
See, loyalty has been there for decades. Most of the people think that loyalty is about giving points and rewards. But if you typically ask a lot of companies who are actually doing loyalty programs, it's not just about rewards and points. It's about something much deeper than that.
Okay.
So it's about understanding the behavior of the consumer, that okay, where is this consumer shopping? What are the buying patterns of this consumer? What kind of product or services is this customer liking versus the other customer? And all this data you capture through loyalty programs. So loyalty program is not just a reward engine, it is more like a relationship engine.
Okay.
And it becomes very important in today's time when almost every product looks similar. So it's about how you use loyalty programs to differentiate your services and products and leap ahead of your competitors.
Right, you mentioned this very important word, a relationship engine is what it is today. Given that context, do you then think incentives could be the real driver of this digital economy we are in today?
So it's already doing that to some extent. So see, traditional advertising is all about awareness and attention, whereas incentives and rewards are about action and participation.
Right.
So it's not easy for traditional advertising on TV, newspaper, or digital media to drive participation or action from a customer. But when you add a reward or a loyalty or some sort of a incentive, then when you are aware of that brand, you also tend to take an action.
Okay.
And this is something which we have seen in multiple places, whether it is airlines, credit cards in banks, or maybe insurance sales or anything. I mean, advertising has one role to play, but incentives, rewards, loyalty, they close the funnel. So yeah, both work in tandem.
Interesting. Okay, now zeroing in on your experience so far in your career, what is that one belief that you've held strongly as a young entrepreneur that's held you in good stead today?
Yeah, so as young entrepreneurs, you have a lot of beliefs, and when the rubber hits the road, you find that okay, half of them are not working. One of them which I remember is that I come from a tech background, and I used to think that okay, make a great product and it sells, but that's not the reality.
Okay.
I mean, a great product is okay, but unless it solves the customer problem, customers don't care. So in the early days, we were a little more inward in our approach in products. That okay, we thought that okay, we come from great engineering backgrounds, we create great products, we put it in the market, and people will grab it. People don't grab it unless they find that yes, it is solving my problem. And that is where we flipped it after a few years of learning that okay, work with the customers, work very closely, iterate the product, and keep solving their problem statements. And then it starts selling, and then you also need to have a good sales engine to sell it. Otherwise, I mean, products lying just in the Almira doesn't sell.
Right. Interesting. Now, we often talk about investment when it comes to business conversations, but what about investments that we make in ourselves personally to further our, careers or even our lifestyles, our beings? Which is that one personal investment that you've made in yourself that's, really made a difference so far?
I started doing yoga almost like 20 years back.
Oh, interesting.
And that was largely to keep myself fit and agile. But then over years, that yoga has transformed into a deeper thing, which is more of yoga, which is a combination of bhakti yoga and karma yoga and gyan yoga and ashtanga yoga. So I've been practicing that for almost like 20 years. That has been the best investment which I have made in myself and has compounded better than anything else. And especially when you are an entrepreneur, you have a tough schedule, you have new challenges almost every day, and you have to lead a team. So I find that okay, if I am able to lead myself through my self-awareness and consciousness, which I bring through these yogic practices,
Right.
I'm able to lead a team very well. So I think that has been helping me very well.
Wonderful. On that note, Manoj, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank
It's
you.
been a great
Thanks,
pleasure
Jagjit.
having this conversation. Thank you.